Boom, boom. Rugby. Oh, people are here. Cleveland's Browns fan is here. Lachlan's here. Darmundi's here. Leon's here. Tom RC is here. How's it going, people? I've only not long walked back in the door after driving back up from the game last night. So, yeah, I'm pretty tired, but hopefully this game will energize us all a bit. Crusaders, see what they're like. I'm drinking coffee for the minute because I need some energy. I'll have a beer in a bit. No Jordy, no Scott Barrett. Yeah, none of the Barretts are playing. From the Gold Coast. I got the right shirt on. Yeah, I went for a home team one. This one, I'll just put this here for any early comers, so they know I'm not showing the game. Tipped Chiefs by 3 yesterday. That was not a good tip, Lachlan. I tipped the Blues by 3, so I didn't get the margin, but at least I got the result. Hi from the USA. How's it going, Marius? Game yesterday was pretty messy. It was, bro. It was wet, man. I was drenched. I was in the front row, not under any cover, and trust me, it was very, very wet. Do you ever watch the New Zealand Warriors? Very seldom. I hear they sacked their coach, but I don't know what's the deal with that. What kind of crowd is it? I see a fair few empty seats, Wellington. I know it's a big stadium compared to most of them, but okay. I think the Hamilton's ground last night was about 1,800 seats short of a sellout, they said. No beers today. Beers will come a bit later once I've, I guess, re-energized after driving half the bloody day. I went to the Waitomo Caves. Took my kids to look at the glowworms. So, yeah, that was a bit of extra driving before coming back to Auckland. How do you take your coffee? Usually milk and 1 sugar. Liverpool or Man United? Liverpool, interestingly. With Super Brew, I'll take the result over the margin, but not complaining if you get it. Yeah, I was kind of doing a sneaky, I'll pick the Blues, but if the Chiefs nick it, then I would still maybe get a margin point. Right, this game's just kicking off. Garden Bishop has got us underway. Crusaders, their first game of Super Rugby Aoteaora. We'll see how sharp or not sharp they look. I can't imagine them being far off the pace, if at all. They had a inter-squad game last week, so that may very well have been almost like the next best thing. It's 12:30 where Tom RC is. I hope you're drinking something strong to keep you awake. Or if it's a good game, it should keep you awake on its own. After all my driving, I could use a strong drink myself. That'll come. Well, at least I will get a beer anyway. Oh, man.
Look at this. Holy hell.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Oh.
Bro, how long did that take? 59 seconds.
Oh, 60 seconds.
Oh, my lord.
Oh, my lord. Oh, that was easy.
Bro. The Crusaders looked like they'd messed that up, and then boomfa.
Man. plenty of support too.
I thought they might have blown it by going back out wide. They could have kept it on the inside. But anyway, what happens here? Just a nice bounce. I thought if they go inside here, then Will Jordan's in for sure. But either way. Whoa.
Whiz. Look at that. Gaz is stunned.
Is the old man watching with you? Yes, the old man is here watching some Super Rugby Aotearoa. Saludos, Ricardo. How are you, bro? The Crusaders. Well, that was quick. What did I say? Are they going to start sharp? Well, yeah, apparently.
I'm stunned. Stunned by that try. Looks like they've never been out of a game.
What's it going to be? Is it going to be 5 or is it going to be 7? It's going to be 7. What a kick. Yeah, they can hear.
G'day, guys. Look at that. Man, that's just...
Man.
Where does that come from? Oh, man.
You must be stoked about last night's game. Yeah, I was pretty bloody pleased with the result because we don't often get one down in Hamilton. The fact that I was soaking wet took the edge off it a little bit, but that was alright. Yeah, almost kind of hard to believe that the Blues have actually got a decent record. Right, the Hurricanes need to do something pretty quick smart. Need to update that logo. I know, bro. Even if you're joking, I know. I'll be back in the office tomorrow, so I'll use the work printer. People have told me not to waste my money on ink cartridges just to print that logo, and they're probably right. Heard some pretty disgusting comments from some Chiefs fans towards Bodie. For real. I didn't hear any of that. When I was outside the stadium, I did hear one guy yell, F the Blues, but that's about it. That's pretty trivial. Right, the Canes have got an attacking line out inside the Crusaders 22. We're 4 minutes in. Can they do anything with this one? It's messy line out ball, and they've just kept it. Goodness me. Whatever they had planned, it's out the window now. It's going to be so weird if the Hurricanes and the Chiefs are both none from 2. Still early days in this game. Need to get your dad a few more videos. He's got one planned. Don't worry about it. I won't tell you what it is.
I can tell them.
No. Keep it a secret.
Okay. Tell them I put a lot of research into it.
You've been doing his research, yeah.
Come on.
Always going to get haters. That's how life goes. Well, Crusaders fans must know about that. You're going to get some haters.
Go, man. Go.
Here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Perenara. Savia. Oh, he's taken from behind. They've still got the ball though. Oh, was that was Lomape. Dropped it cold, but they got a penalty anyway.
He's not happy.
They probably needed this, the Canes, to be fair. Put the Crusaders under a bit of pressure after that early conceding of points. Hi from Canada. Geez, what time is it in Canada? Can't be a good time of day. One of the boys says it's nice to have you with us for this game, Gaza.
Tell them I'm honoured.
I'm sure they can hear you. Crazy fact, this must be the only game of rugby being played in the world right now. Maybe apart from some club rugby. Certainly the only professional game, I would say.
Oh, there was club rugby in Auckland yesterday.
Yeah.
Around the country. Can he get it? 33%.
He didn't have the best night, best afternoon last time, did he?
Yep, he's got that.
Good man.
Thought they would have had a bigger crowd.
Me as well. Seven points to 3 after 7 minutes. How's things? Good game from the Blues yesterday? Yeah, certainly wasn't a classic, but hell of a result, man. The Blues are starting to look like a pretty good team, man. I can't complain. Jordan wants to know, Gazza, off topic, but how do you feel about Carney getting sacked from the Warriors?
I think they should have left it to the season's end.
Leave it. Should have left it till the season's end.
I'm disappointed that they've done that.
Seems like the Warriors, though, doesn't it? They're always a bit of drama. Man, that stadium sucks. No offense to the Canes, but I've been to one match there and wouldn't be happy if it was my local stadium. I've only been to one match there as well, and it's definitely a weird one. It's got a better location than Eden Park in Auckland, in terms of Eden Park being in a suburban neighbourhood, but that one's kind of downtown. Whoa,
Yeah.
Perenat on a break up the wing.
He fluffed it and he got it back.
Yeah, just after he was charged down. Cole's playing halfback. Tia can't get away. Karifi's playing halfback. Man, they're all over the shop. Go, Lamb.
Go with him, go with him.
Oh, I mean, go whoever. I don't mind who wins. That crowd is decent. I wonder how many it is. There seems to be a lot of empty seats, man, but maybe it's just because they're yellow, they really stick out. Did you get one of those pink balls last night? I managed to get one somehow and left it at the ground at the end. Oh. No, I didn't get one. There were kids around me. I think if I got one, I like to think I would have given it to one of the kids anyway, because the kids were desperate for them. The non-playing players at the Chiefs game last night were throwing sponsored balls into the ground like a little, yeah. So, yeah, no, I didn't get one. I did get a Chiefs flag, which I've been meaning to get for a long time. So, got one of them.
Did you find it on the ground?
No, I just asked for it.
Oh, did you?
Even in my Blues
Yeah,
jersey.
of course you did.
Even in my Blues jersey, I was just like,
yeah, of course, yeah.
give me a flag.
Yeah. Sometimes people just leave them around on the ground.
Oh, there were tons left on the ground yesterday. Tons. That last time I went down for the Chiefs Blues game last year, I didn't get a flag at the door because I was being a bit sheepish, wearing all my Blues gear to go and ask for a Chiefs flag.
Really?
And then I thought I'll look around after the game to see if there was any, but because the Chiefs had won, there was not a single flag on the ground. Yesterday I could have had 20.
Did you get any grief at the ground?
Nah. It was too cold, so I mostly had my
There was a lot of Blue
my
supporters
jacket
there.
up. There were.
I see they've sold 15,000 tickets for the Highlanders game.
Yeah. Cake Tin is a trash stadium for rugby. It's so far from the pitch. Great transport to get to the stadium. Yeah, that's true. When I went there for the Canes and Bulls quarter last year, I bought a front row seat, but boy was I far from the action. I couldn't see a bloody thing. It's just the wrong shape, man. That's the good thing about the ground last night with the Chiefs play. It's a rectangle, so it's made for rugby. If you shout at the players, they're gonna hear you. So Yeah, it was wet, but it's a good ground. Right, 11 minutes gone. It's still 7-3. The Crusaders have got the ball on halfway. Oh. Garden Bishop is in touch. Hurricanes win will be helpful for my Blues. Well, if the Blues want to win the whole thing, anytime the Crusaders drop a game would probably be helpful to the Blues. Hurricanes are very bad. At the minute, they're still looking a bit off the pace. But it's only 7-3, so they have time. They have time to bring it back. We will see. Oh man, Mwonga's showing some silky skills. Jordan, that's his first, one of his first touches. Reese, backwards, forwards.
Twinkle toes.
If the Crusaders score here, then the Canes are in pretty big trouble. Oh, they got advantage as well. They've gone 5 phases in the Hurricanes 22. Oh, Taylor, Moody. There's nobody in support. Good Hughes tackle. They'll go back for the penalty, surely. They're going backwards. Nah, blow it up, ref. Oh, no, he's going to keep playing the advantage. Oh, whoa. What was it about me saying blow it up, ref? They're not going to get anything from here? Bloody hell, you can't. You can't blow the advantage with the Crusaders because they will just... They will score a try. Oh, my Lord. Enor on the right wing. Who put that kick through?
Oh, I can't remember. It was too fast for me to see. Sorry, I have to watch the replay. No.
Oh. He beat Lamb to it. Oh, it was Paul.
Oh,
Far out.
gee.
That's brutal. That's brutal.
Man. Same corner.
Come on, Wellington. Why isn't the stadium filled to the rafters? Maybe because they're playing like this. I don't know. It's a bit disappointing. Afternoon game. First game in Wellington for an age. Tons of empty seats, man. Well, any concerns we had about the old Crusaders not being sharp have proven to be unwarranted. So, yeah, the Crusaders still look pretty bloody good, don't they?
Oh,
Just missed it.
Because he can play wing too, can't he?
Yeah, he's pretty versatile.
He's a big boy too.
He is. To be fair, that is a big crowd compared to a normal Cairns game. Oh, yeah, they're all big crowds compared to the normal Super Rugby games, to be honest. But I feel like even if Auckland can get a sellout at a bigger ground, surely Wellington can do the same. Surely. They got, in recent years, a better team. But maybe the Aucklanders were just getting out there to see Bodie. I don't know. Crusaders deserve a 50,000 seat stadium. Would they fill it? Would they fill a 50,000 seat stadium? I don't know, man. I don't know.
I think they're getting a new stadium about 2022, I think.
It'll be delayed surely with all the COVID stuff.
I think it might be put back to 2024.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised.
I don't think they've started it yet.
It's always been a bit of a controversy, hasn't it? The fact that they've been faffing about.
They deserve.
Oh, for sure. If there's a team
stadium.
that needs a decent stadium, it's the Crusaders, man. They get to host a knockout game pretty much every year. I don't think Wellington knows it's level 1 at the moment. Maybe not.
Go!
There goes Ben Lamb. He's into touch. At advantage, so they're going to go back for it. Typical Kiwi tall poppy syndrome. Gonna hate on the champs. I reckon they should have a good stadium though, man. For sure. If they're gonna build a stadium for winter in Christchurch, it better bloody be indoors. That's a fair point, man. Well, the Highlanders did that, eh? Even though I've been to their one and it's not like there's still open parts to it from what I remember about it. Like the wind can still blow through it because it's not like fully sealed off, but it's enclosed, if you know what I mean. I guess kind of like being like in a marquee or something, or a big old tent. It's not fully sealed off. I'll kick this surely.
Should do. Yep.
Yep. Oh, well, I guess it keeps them in touching distance for now. Six points to 12 after 18 minutes. The Hawara Stadium would be freezing in winter. How cold does it get in BA? I'm not sure. I've not been. I bought tickets to Eden Park for Saturday, and when I was booking tickets, a lot of tickets were sold out. I think a lot of those tickets initially, because I bought tickets like on the first or second day it opened, but tons of them were gone. Some of them are reserved for members who've already bought season tickets, and some of them are like corporate, like they get tickets distributed to their company or something. So, yeah. But I agree, I think it should be a good crowd again, man. The Blues, on the run they're on, should be able to get a few people through the door.
Probably get 35,000, I reckon.
Hopefully.
Man, they look for Crusaders.
Hurricanes are right in their own 22. They need a good exit. But they got Ben Lamb at halfback, so see how his passing skills are. Not bad. Oh, charge down.
Oh,
And it goes dead. Very lucky. Far out.
so much skill on that team. I don't know what's the matter, bro.
Hurricanes are hanging on. Hanging on. Blues tickets sold 20K. I'm like 24 hours on the first game. Okay. Is this game on ESPN? ESPN Plus and I think ESPN 2 it should be on. Which game do you think has been the best so far in the comp? I was quite partial to the Blues win at home. To be honest. I'm a bit biased. That's alright. Alright, I think I can turn this off now. Nobody's been asking to watch the game. Which is good. Oof. Arsenal was close to getting an intercept there, but nope. We haven't had many penalties yet, really. I don't know, a few. Will you get copyrighted if you can hear the game? I think as long as I keep talking, I should be okay. And the volume on the TV is not hugely loud, I think. I'll just try not to be too quiet. Sunwolves home would be freezing in winter. Been to Tokyo in April 2017. The weather was nice.
Oh no, who's Jamie Booth's going on?
Oh, is he really? He's put another off. Wow, okay. That's disappointing for the Canes.
Oh, I think he must be going off for a cut.
Oh, okay, so it's a blood
I think so, I'm
replacement.
not quite sure.
We'll monitor that one.
He didn't look injured. He might be going off for head assessment.
Okay, we'll wait and see if he comes back.
Remember he got cut against the Blues last week?
Sure enough. See what the Canes can do this time. They've got the ball in the Crusaders' half. Oh, he's dropped it. Oh, but they've penalised him. Got a release. Patrick says it's on ESPN Plus, and Rod says it's on ESPN 2. So there you go, it's on both. I think they've been simulcasting all the games, so they should all be on both. And RG here, it can get down to 0 degrees in July. Since the Jag Stadium is very big, it can get really windy in there, which makes it colder. Bro, then the fans are pretty committed for getting out there to the game. ESPN 3 in South America. Man, it's on every bleeding ESPN channel, seemingly. Do you think the long layoff, not playing rugby for the rest of the world, will drop the standards? Nah, I don't think so. Everywhere seems to be pretty much back into training now. Ugh. The Canes have fluffed it, but they're going to get a second chance because the Crusaders have knocked it on. 23 minutes gone. Aiden's freezing in South Africa. 3 degrees. Bro, where does it get to be 3 degrees in South Africa? Corey Jane's got a bit of a lockdown beard going on, doesn't he? Far out. Are you going to the next Blues home game? Yes. Yes, I'll be going to the next Blues home game. Hopefully we get some good weather for it, because I got plenty wet last night, so I had enough of that. How are the Canes going? They're going average. They need a score. It snows in South Africa as well. Which part, though? Surely some parts don't get as cold as others. It doesn't snow in Cape Town, does it? Surely not. Don't tell me it snows in Cape Town. You're going to ruin my whole image. It's 4 degrees in Pretoria, but it's just get this cold early in the morning. Okay, so it's going to warm up a bit. Corey Jane is the defence coach. Defence and Corey Jane. Those two words don't mix at all, says Johnny. Yeah. Apparently he's got a pretty good understanding of the way the patterns work, so I can't remember which website it was. Was it Rugby Pass? When they announced him as being the defense coach, they showed a picture of him missing a tackle, like in his as the headline of the news story on Facebook. An hour away from Cape Town, it snows on the mountaintops. Okay. But not in Cape Town itself. Whoa, Laumape went close with a cross kick, but the Crusaders have still got it covered. Surely. Oh, nah. He took that one to the line, and no joy. Oh,
Oh,
Canes
come the
have
other
knocked
side.
it on, but they've got a back for a
Oh,
penalty.
take the shot, take the points. Just take the points. It's kickable. Take the points.
It's pretty much out in front. They'll be mad not to take the points.
Oh, better be careful.
Yeah, last 5 penalties conceded up on screen. All the Crusaders. Laumape's kick maybe just needed to be a little bit deeper. But on the high val Johannesburg, it gets really cold in winter. Yeah, I would imagine places like Bloemfontein and Pretoria, Joburg would have to get pretty cold being that high up, right? Auckland doesn't really get cold. Not really. It gets wet. Do any Argies or Uruguayans play in New Zealand? Not professionally, as far as I'm aware.
Oh, the club sides come over for
Yeah.
like invitation matches against the club competition sides in the big cities.
Yeah. But no, there's no pro guys playing for any of the Super Rugby teams or
they're all
Mitre 10
amateurs.
teams, eh? We get the odd like Canadian or somebody like that playing in the Mitre 10 usually.
Australians.
A lot of Australians playing in Mitre 10 Cup, but we get the odd South African come over, but yeah,
And
not
the odd Englishman.
yeah, but not so many. I don't know about any South Americans. It's 5:01 in the morning in the UK, and you've been up all night to watch this stream. Damn, David, that is commitment. I hope you're gonna have a good rest after this. They just don't seem to want to tackle Severis tonight for some reason. They keep letting him run, which can't be a good idea. Is that Gaza the Great? It is Gaza, Johnny. Gaza is here. 28 minutes gone. It's only 3 points in it.
Oh. I reckon that Lamapi's playing all right.
It's annoying because I'm watching the game on Fox in Australia and it's a minute off being live.
Oh.
Is that right? I remember Spark Sport used to have that with the Rugby World Cup. It was delayed by at least a minute. I know they delayed this broadcast a little bit to edit out any streakers or anything. It's like a 10-second delay. And YouTube streaming has like a 10-second delay. Oh, the Hurricanes' execution's just not quite there. I've just chucked the ball on the touch, by the way, if you're not watching it. Have you been to Australia? Yes, I've been to Australia. I've got loads of family over there. My mum's got lots of brothers and sisters over there. Oh, Crusaders have messed up their own line out. Here's a chance for the Canes. Most recently, I went to Sydney and Melbourne, but that would have been
2018. Oh.
Wow. How many drop goals have we seen in Super Rugby Aoteaora? It's a few.
4.
It's all tied up, people. No, it wasn't 2018, was it? Because Alice was born in 2018. It would have been
2017 or 2016.
maybe
I can't remember.
2016.
Oh, look out. Look out, look out, look out.
Oh, you're going to give the Crusaders, as soon as you tie it up,
Oh, man.
you give the Crusaders.
These guys are lethal.
Wow. Wow. brutal. The Crusaders are just brutal.
What have they got in their DNA down there? Look at the speed. Scott Robinson.
Is it 30 or 31? Say 30. And if you missed that, the Crusaders took the kick off quickly. And, yeah, about not even a minute later, they were in under the sticks with Goodhue. It's madness. That dude's haircut is brutal. Yeah, Goodhue is known for his mullet, isn't he? It's 19 points to 12, 3 tries to 0 to the Crusaders after 32 and a half minutes. Absolutely lethal cheering on from Christchurch in England. Oh, that's your sister team, bro. Definitely a good pick. Jack Goodhue's hair is a work of art. The hair helps him run faster. Yeah, all the above. I think he cut it once for charity. Yeah, Penn and us still not back on, eh? It's been 10 minutes, so maybe he's not coming back. They showed him on the sideline. Oh, he's passed. Jeez, he must have been cutting it fine to come back. Oh, penalties conceded 9-2, and yet the Crusaders are up by 7. Seems like the tempo of Aotearoa matches is faster. Maybe, man. You might be right. They tend not to want to faff about too much, but the penalty counts have been high thus far, which generally makes the game feel slow. Wow, Garden Bishop clean through. Who missed him there? What's the bet the Hurricanes mess it up and ended up getting 3?
Or somebody's going to get a yellow card if they're not.
He needs to warn the Crusaders at this point, man. There's a lot of penalties down that end. Surely.
Gee.
Yeah, TJ doesn't do himself any favours by yapping. Yeah. He's right to yap in that the Crusaders needed a warning there, but the yapping, the way he does it, it doesn't exactly put him in the referee's good books. The referee last week told him to shut up and he wouldn't talk to him anymore.
Now he's talking, now he's telling the Crusaders off.
Yeah.
He does yap a lot.
What do you think of the banning of singing of chants at England games? I heard they were talking about banning the Sweet Low song, and I only found out from you guys on the stream that like 2 weeks ago that it's got some link to slavery, but I've never, that was like 100% news to me, and I don't even know, like I didn't even look it up, so, but yeah. I'm sure they'll find something else to sing if it does get banned, but it's pretty hard. I guess in some things, I'm still pretty ignorant. It seemed like everybody in the chat knew about it last week or the week before. If you got 9 on your back, 50% of your job is verbal. Yeah, you're not wrong. Man, that's a long 5 seconds if he was told to use it. Oh, it's gone absolutely straight up in the air. Swing low, sweet chariot was used in the Underground Railroad in slavery. I don't even know what that means. I need to look that up. In the US, we're taught that Swing Low is an abolitionist song. Bro, I need to look it up. Got no idea. How likely do you think it is for Dan Carter to play a game, at least from the bench? I would say reasonably likely. I hope so. But I mean, generally, I'm kind of a fan of letting the younger guys have the minutes rather than just, 38-year-olds. But it's Dan Carter, man. I want to see him play. And I'm sure with the way the Blues are playing, he'd like to get on the field as well. Maybe against the Crusaders. Wouldn't that be fitting? He can come off the bench and kick a drop goal to win it. And nah, back for the penalty. Brad Weber is better than TJ? Probably last season, but I don't know about this season.
Probably a bit early to tell you.
Yeah.
We have a lot of good halfbacks in New Zealand at the moment.
It's like the Underground Railroad where slaves escaped to the north. Maybe I have heard of that. Because I've seen 12 Years a Slave, and I think they might have talked about the Underground Railroad. Bro, I did history at uni, but I don't know nothing about it, honestly. I would like to read up on it. I like to try and understand stuff before I give my 2 cents on it. Well done, Canes, for keeping the scoreboard ticking over. Absolutely, they're still within touching distance at the minute. The Crusaders have scored 3 tries, but the Hurricanes aren't out of it, so still got something for the coach to talk about at halftime and see if they can turn it around. Mo'unga is lining up a shot at goal. 39 minutes on the clock. And he has shanked it to the left.
He did too. You normally get that one.
Man, that's normally a sitter for that man. But anyway. Well done, Cairns, for keeping the scoreboard. Yes, we talked about that. I'm reading old comments. How did the Crusaders get away with so many penalties? The Blues were warned and eventually yellow carded second match, but nothing. To be honest, from the years I've been doing the YouTube channel, the Crusaders always have a very high penalty count. I can't remember the numbers. They were either first or second last season. And maybe sometimes that's just smart, man. Maybe it's better to give away a penalty than concede a try. And, people can call that cynical. That's what they used to say about Richie McCaw, right? Some people would call him cynical. Some people would call him smart. So, yeah, that's just a thing. What do you do at uni? Bro, it's just an office job. An office job. It's half time, by the way. Half time. Maybe I'll write it in red. Do I have a red marker? Half time. 15. 19. It's not very clear, is it? Halftime 15-19. From a South African Blues fan, I think besides Offa, I think we need a new front row. Hodgman's kind of solid without being spectacular. Parsons has maybe been punching a little bit above his weight. But yeah, the Blues, I mean, we'd like to have Tuinukuafe back. He's still injured, so yeah. Decent first half, says Big Will. Even though the Crusaders are heavily penalised, they can still rack up the points. Indeed. Let's have a look if they're updated yet as to what the halftime match stats are, at least on ESPN. ABs and McCaw have always gave away penalties in their own 22. That's why we hated them, him and them. They do it not and do not get any cards, but the roles were reversed. We would get the cards. I think I definitely identify with that more as a Blues fan than as a than when watching the ABs. But I think you're probably right that the All Blacks and the Crusaders probably do give away a fair few penalties, which are a touch cynical to stop a try being scored, but to take the 3. You'll take the 3 and then not concede the 7. South Africa should have rugby soon. Been behind closed doors, full contact training has been allowed. I did see some of the boys were back in training, so that's good news. Leinster greater than all the New Zealand teams. Well, we'll wait and see. If we can get a Club World Cup going on, we'll find out. Right now, I'd have to say the New Zealand teams are the best teams in the world because they are the only ones playing rugby. Yeah, a bit biased. Right, match stats, half time. Hey, Augustine, how's it going? What's with the Canes line out? Is that Stevie Wonder throwing the ball and Ray Charles catching? Oh man, that's cold. You might be right. Okay, half time, match stats, run meters. Hurricanes 260, Crusaders 181. Possession, Hurricanes 62, Crusaders 38. Territory 60, Hurricanes 40, Crusaders. But it's 3 tries to 0, man. Tackling 83% each. These are all ESPN stats, by the way. Penalties conceded 4 to 10. What about knock-ons? Knock-ons 1-2, so not too bad. Club World Cup would be excellent, I agree. What are you drinking, 2 cents? I only just got back, bro, from... I went to the game last night, Hamilton. We left Hamilton and went to Waitomo to go to the caves today, and then I drove back to Auckland, so... Yeah, I'm going to grab a beer because the coffee is done. I will be back. Whoa, Johnny. Before I go get... Oh, you're going to get... Oh, man, my wife just said she's going to get me a beer. How good is that? Cheers, Johnny. Johnny says it's his favourite time of day. You talking beer o'clock or rugby o'clock? They're both pretty good times of day. But cheers, man. Thank you for that. My kids have just entered the room. But they're not interested in the rugby. At this rate, my super brew for this match is completely wrong. Thank you, my love. Look at that. Cheers, everybody. I did the driving. I drove Hamilton, Waitomo, Auckland. So maybe that's what this is for. I did all the driving.
Oh, I need a beer. I'll go get one.
You don't have the same level of service, Gaza. Can you travel domestically in New Zealand? Yes, yes we can. We can. Australian state borders are still closed. Yeah, I've heard that some states are managing things better than others.
Victoria had 25 new cases yesterday.
Holy moly, okay. Big Will says, nice work, Mrs. 2 Cents. I hope you're in the lounge, man. Your missus has got to give you the lounge for live rugby, surely. But cheers, bro. I'll tell her you said that when I next see her. She's gone out the room now. And yeah, it's 4:20. 4:22 now. They're not interested in the rugby. Isn't that a crime in New Zealand? Maybe they're just Blues fans, man. They are not fussed about the Canes and the Crusaders playing. You need to come to New Zealand next, Lachlan. For sure, man. We've got the rugby on. If you can get in, all of the borders are still shut. Oh, bro. Neil says, hello from Canada. I love the commentary. I'm waiting for the NHL to come back, mate. Neil, I'm not sure if you're an NHL fan at all. I would have thought following the NHL in Canada is kind of like following the rugby here, but yeah, I'm still waiting. But cheers for that, brother. When will Akira make the ABs? I don't think it's likely, man. I don't think it's likely. If you'd asked me a year or two ago, I would have said probable. I would say unlikely at this point. Death metal agrees with me.
Cheers, everybody.
Gaza also has a beer.
There's some more on the fridge.
What are you drinking? Cheap beer. Export Gold. If you buy this at Eden Park, it costs, for a can, it costs $9.50. $9.50. I don't know what that is in your local currency, but to put that into context, you could probably go to the supermarket and get close to $6 for that price. Yeah, anyway, it is what it is.
2 dozen cost $31.99.
Is that bottles or cans?
Bottles.
There you go. See, even for a can, it's $9.50.
Well, $32.
Ready for the Leafs to have a big season. The Leafs. Oh, man. They took John Tavares from the Islanders, and I'm still kind of broken up about it. But the Blues took Bowden Barrett from the Canes, so I can't have it. I can't have it, like, both ways, right? Cheers, Patrick. Johnny Blaze. Costs a fortune for one beer. That's why I think, man, like, when they had that big celebration, they got a sellout crowd last week. They should have had cheaper beers on, man. Because then you get people back. Now people who haven't been to the rugby for 5 years will go back and go, geez, it cost $9.50. Okay, boys, next week we'll watch at the pub. Or next week we'll come to my place and we'll watch it. You know what I mean? You'll put people off. Because there has to have been fans who went to that game who haven't been to the game for a while.
Did you have any beers there last week?
Yeah, I had a couple, but geez, it's $9.50. I wasn't buying many. Ribsy says, fine, I'll get you a beer. Twist them out. That wasn't my point, but cheers, brother.
Cheers, guys.
Just talking about beers. It's always a popular topic on the channel. I hope you got a beer in your house, your hand, either way, Ribsy. Islanders fan, yes. I only started watching ice hockey when my boy was quite young, like a baby, and I was on leave, like parental leave, and they had the NHL playoffs, and the Islanders did, well, not well, but they had an interesting first round, and yeah, I started following them, and then their star player left, much like the way Bodie left the Canes, so I've had it both ways. Matthews has COVID. Are you serious? Austin Matthews has got COVID. Holy crap. I hope he's alright. He's still pretty young, that guy, so he should be alright. Export Gold is my favorite beer. No, it's just cheap. It's cheap. It's 5 in the morning, asks Chris, is it too early for a beer? No, get a beer, bro. Grab one. David Williams, I've got a good old cup of coffee to keep you up. It's 5:20 a.m. To be honest, yeah, when I every now and again get up to do the 5 o'clock something rugby, when it's like Six Nations, but you know the times are reversed, I've usually got coffee. So coffee or beer, either way is good. Big Will, yes, the old fellow is here also, and he's having a beer also. So happy days. Yeah, it's big news in Canada right now. I'll have to check that out. I haven't checked it, but I'll have to have a look. Man, that's not good. But like I said, he's young, so he should be alright. A number of the Lightning players and stuff have got COVID too. Jeez. I know a couple of the Premier League footballers have had it, but I didn't hear about all these NHL guys getting it as well. Right now, I've got some Asahi cans. Not your favourite, but decent for a Sunday Arvo. Asahi is probably a better drop than Export, but hey, it's probably a dollar or two more as well. So, yeah. Second half is not long away, folks. Happy Father's Day for both of you. Thank you, Tom. Although, we actually celebrate Father's Day at a different time of year. Weirdly. I think Australia might as well. We tend to do it, is it September? I don't know why we're different from the rest of the world. Hurricanes have just cleared. Crusaders will have a line out 10 metres into the Crusaders half to get things underway. Gaza, Big Will has just dropped us $5 and says, have a beer on me, Papa 2 cents. I have to buy you a beer.
Tell the guys I got an exciting project coming up.
He's got another video coming up, Big Will, so we'll see how that goes.
A big one.
That's a big one. It's going to be a 20-minute video. Someone from AFL got COVID a couple of days ago. Geez, Scooter, it just won't let up, will it? But I guess that's just the way of the world at the minute, man. New Zealand had no cases when I was watching the Blues game last week. No active cases. Now we're back to 7. 7. So it's just going to keep on going.
I think they're all from overseas, aren't they?
Yeah, pretty much. Matthew should be okay. Nobody's been sick for more than 6 to 10 days. Okay, that's good news.
Hope he gets well soon.
Beer tastes so good on a hot day. Especially a cold one, bro. A cold one. Right, 41 minutes. Canes have got a scrum. And it's pretty even. Oh, it's starting to get shunted across. Wow, where was the Crusaders winger? Jeez. Wow. The Canes had a scrum. It went under pressure. They got it to Hussein on the blind side, and he just chipped it over. There was nobody home. He didn't have any angle to work with, but he just kicked it straight. 92 people, 30 likes. I always forget to remind people to like the stream. Drop it a like. I always forget, bro. If I always forget, I can't be blaming people for forgetting as well, hey. It's my stream, for goodness sake. Right, Canes are mauling it. It's not looking pretty. The Crusaders generally eat maul for breakfast. Sure enough, they've done it again. Oh, ball's come loose, but off a Crusaders' hand, so it will be... Oh, it's a penalty.
Gee, they're getting penalised.
I think someone's going to the bin.
Take the shot.
Sure enough. Goodhue is going to the bin. Not for the hairdo.
Oh, yeah. Cody Taylor's the captain today.
Yeah. Right. Now is the Hurricanes' chance to do something. The Chiefs failed yesterday to capitalise on the extra man. We'll see what the Canes can do. You said Hussein better than most Kiwis. Yeah, I do try to get the pronunciation right. Sometimes I don't, but yeah. It's 18 points to 19. So they decided not to try and turn the screws early, but just to take the easy points. So we'll see. We'll see if that pays off or not. Send him straight to the barber. Purple card. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Clean break for the Hurricanes. I saw. Now to settle things down a bit. Oh, they take it quickly. Very loopy pass from Tiatia. Uh-oh. One of the Hurricanes guys has been penalised for an off-the-ball push. I mean, Whitelock went down like he'd been shot. So he made a meal of it, but if he was pushed, he was pushed. I haven't seen the replay. That hairstyle needs to be binned. Yeah.
Oh. I think it was Fafita.
It was Fafita, but he didn't push him. It looked like he just maybe stuck his leg out. Maybe. He certainly made the most of it. They had a really wide shot, so I couldn't really see, but yeah. He didn't push him.
Tiatia Piranara giving him grief.
Yeah. Watching the game with the old man, so missing the stream, but if the Canes can score a try, we might have a chance. Bro, you need a try, but you're certainly clocking up some points without any tries thus far.
Look out.
Too big, too big, too big.
Oh, just missed.
Just
missed. Oh, they are just so opportunistic, those guys. They just...
He was tripped.
Can't give them any ground.
Yeah, he probably stuck his foot out, but... It's like in mid-fall, he kind of looked like, ref, give me the penalty. Sure and Steadfast wins the race. You might be right, man. The Canes certainly don't want to be down this end of the field from silly tripping penalties, though. That could have easily been a Crusaders try.
Look out.
Will South Africa have a competition? Maybe with the Cheetahs and Kings. That would be interesting. That seems to be the new fashion, isn't it? A domestic competition and bring back the teams that you previously cut, like the Western Force. If that happens, I might have to invest in like a Cheetahs and a Kings jersey, though, I guess, right?
Is David Arbeli on?
I didn't see him come on, but maybe he is. Oh, the Crusaders have won a penalty, and surely they will kick that. It'll eat another minute and potentially give them 3 points with a man down. Won't be surprised if the Chiefs lose every other team but somehow upset the Crusaders. Surely Warren Gatland's team is not going to go on a big losing run. He's too good a coach for that, even if they've got a long injury list.
They've got some knocking problems, haven't they?
They certainly do. Any chance of including a Namibia team in a South African comp? They have had a Namibian team in like 2nd Division Curry Cup or something. Like my Namibian jersey is actually a Curry Cup team rather than a national team, but yeah. I don't know about a Super Rugby level or COVID Rugby level, whatever it is, domestic competition. Sky Sports is not working. Are you talking about Sky Sports New Zealand or in the UK? Because I'm watching on Sky Sport Live. I've been using ESPN Plus for the on-demand stuff. Morgan has taken an age with the kick, which he should be doing because his team's a man down. And he's kicked it. Yellow card is now 3 points apiece. So you'd have to say the Crusaders are winning that one, and they've only got about half the time left. They'll host games in Pretoria, Joburg, Durban, Cape Town, Port Elizabeth, and Bloemfontein with no crowds. That's a lot of venues for no crowds, man. Not much time left on this card. And you better believe that scrum is going to eat a good another minute of it, if not two. The Namibian team aren't at the level to play Super Rugby yet. Yeah, they've got a few kind of star players, hey, like Van Jaarsveld and whatnot, but the majority, probably not. Super Rugby is pretty tough. Or Pro 14, whatever level you want to call it.
A bit rusty, don't they?
Yeah, a bit of a forced pass there. No. Yeah. It's only a minute and a bit on this yellow card left. Can you watch it on TVNZ? Not that I'm aware of. Pretty sure it's exclusive to Sky. In New Zealand, anyway. Another scrum. Crusaders feed this time. After that forward pass from the Canes. Crusaders will try for a scrum penalty, and they're going to get it. It's going to be advantage over, though, surely. Oh, no, he's coming back for it. Crusaders have got the wood on them at scrum time. Think a Canadian team could exist outside of the MLR. Where would they play? I know they got a league team over in the UK, right? In Super League. But Outside the MLR, where would they play? I quite like the MLR from what I've seen of it, which admittedly is not a lot, but I've seen a few games at least in the 2020 season, which was my first year kind of really watching it. So, and the Arrows were doing all right, so I hope so. Hope they keep going. Take Chase Tia off, says Johnny, and he gets his wish. He's going off.
He's normally a pretty good player.
Yeah, he's usually pretty electric, but didn't have his best game today, that's for sure.
Billy Proctor's on.
How old is Proctor? He's pretty young, eh?
Yeah, he's like early 20s.
And he signed some huge contract, like 5 years or something.
I think he signed a 4 or 5 year deal or so.
Yeah, I think it was the longest deal they said in how many years?
Is he related to the guy that went overseas?
To Matt, yeah. I think he's his younger brother, yeah.
He was good.
He's another guy who left after like one cap, I think.
Yeah, I think he had one test, yeah. John Plumtree always used to say he was the best centre in New Zealand.
Is Jordy Barrett playing? Nah, he's still got
shoulder
injury. That's right. He was 50-50 for this week and didn't make the cut.
Scott Barrett's got a foot injury.
Who do you reckon is the best flanker in the world currently playing? Well, probably Peter Steph Dutoy if you go with what World Rugby say.
Yeah.
Pretty handy at line-out time. Tackles like a demon.
Oh, yeah. He's good, all right.
Phenomenal work rate. He just loves tackling. Just born to tackle. And that's going to be the yellow card done. So you'd give that period to the Crusaders because it ended up being 3 apiece.
Ethan Blackadder's back. Oh, it's good. He's a good player.
Unless there is a Canadian competition or another North American competition, I can't see it, but the Wolfpack plays in Europe, so I don't know, right? Yeah, I don't know how that's been going. I hardly follow any league. The only league news I kind of hear about is the NRL, which is the Aussie one, because that's just on the news here in New Zealand. Super League, I know it exists, but I know even less about that than I do about the NRL, so I don't know what the state of it is or how any of the teams are doing or anything like that. I know that Sonny Bill signed for them. It was probably the first time I was even aware of the Wolfpack, just because I don't follow league much. "12 never got a haircut." Nah, he's come back on with the same do. Atrocious, isn't it? But he's almost known for it now, so it's like almost like he can't cut it. Oh, Crusaders got a penalty.
I think he had a trim for some charity.
Yeah, I think so as well.
At the beginning of the
There's
season.
not enough skill in the MLR. Some great athletes, but they're not rugby players. It's an interesting one with the MLR because I think when I saw an interview with the mayor of Colorado after they decided to pull out of the MLR, and he's like, I don't remember his name, but he's some big influencer in rugby in Denver. He said something like they signed up to the MLR to get more American guys playing like professionally, but then the MLR decided to go hard on signing foreign players, which meant that like although the competition level might be rising, the American guys weren't necessarily getting a chance. So he was like, nah, that's not what we're here for. So that's why they pulled out. So yeah, I'm not sure if that is a factor with the MLR as well, whether all the imports will affect the actual growth of the players who the competition should, in theory, be trying to help. Right, Morgan's just kicked the penalty. They're starting to look a little bit more comfortable. 18 points to 25. We still haven't had any golden point games as yet. Kearney got sacked. Yeah, no, I heard about that, but again, I don't know much about it. Seems random.
Bit too soon.
Yeah.
He signed to the end. He had an extension till the end of 2022.
Yeah, he's going to get a decent payout.
Yep. It's not really his fault. He just hasn't got the players.
The Beast and Nonu is in the MLR. You think you're right. Halai was in the MLR. I think Drew Mitchell's just signed to go back to the MLR. He hasn't started yet. Bastero was there. A bunch of guys, man. Bunch of guys.
Jamie McIntosh might be coming back to play for Otago.
Right. But from what some of the guys told me, the way the salary cap works, they have to kind of skirt around it by making some of the guys kind of officially coaches as well. Like the Beast was, I think, like a player coach so that they could pay him more.
Oh, yeah.
Another penalty to the Crusaders. They're starting to look a touch too good. Watching from Russia. Oh, how's it going, man? I don't know who the broadcaster is in Russia. You got to have a product worth watching, though. Australian soccer, football, A-League had the same issue as the MLR. They had to work out a balance between local and import players. Yeah, I think generally, at least in some competitions, the model has been fill up your team largely with local talent and then one or two like marquee players, right, to bring fans in. You know this guy. He's signed for your team. So go watch that player, and hopefully the other kind of 80% of the team or 90 or whatever it is local guys. It's when that marquee player gets injured and he's drawing like half the salary of the team that there's problems. Crusaders have missed the line-out. Neither line-out's been that sharp this game.
Pass it.
Oh, out on the full.
And they got a centre kicked. Oh, man. Come on.
How you doing? Watching from the Philippines. Good, bro. It's good. Drove back up from Hamilton today in time to watch this one. Just an NFL punter came out a few days ago saying I saw that on Twitter. He would dominate rugby. He's just doing that for the attention.
Yeah, I heard that. I saw it on my phone.
He's just doing that for the attention, and he's getting it. He's loving it. He's loving it. He's not the first guy to do that. Other guys have said the same thing. And too many people bit, man. Don't bite with that kind of stuff. Canada needs another MLR team like Vancouver to let more Canadians play professionally. Yeah, I think you're probably right, bro. Like, America's got that many teams that Canada could definitely support another one. But the MLR's a bit weird in that the Canadian players aren't in the draft, right? So, yeah, it's a bit weird. Like, at least in something like the NHL, it's kind of a universal draft, right? It doesn't matter what country you're from. Vancouver sucks. They never draw crowds. Oh. I don't know. The Canucks, I don't know what their crowds are like, but they haven't generally had a good team over the last few years, so it's kind of hard to say. An NFL punter would learn what not having a team of players stopping you getting tackled feels like. Yeah. And the fact that after you punt the ball, you're kind of expected to keep playing for a while. And then keep going and going. That's alright. That was just hot air, man. Hot air on Twitter. The Arrows want to be a pathway team for Canadian players into the national team. I can definitely understand that. Whoa, here goes Ben Lamb. Oh. Couldn't quite get it done. Come on, I want the Hurricanes to score here. Get a 7-pointer. And then it's all on. They've gone blindside. It's looking a bit static. Oh. I think Almoa has just gone over in the corner.
Oh, Moore.
Far out. That kind of came out of nowhere. Well, Van Fake's on as well. Ben Lamb.
Break. He's got a front, see.
Yeah. Oh, Moonga just got him, but they already had the momentum. They go blindside. Lamape still manages to shake off one. And then great offload, man.
Gialua's strong.
He is.
Lamapi and the Mua, man. Strong. Look at that. Bang. Bang. Look at that.
It's a pity it's in the corner because I don't back Garden Bishop to kick it. I hope he bloody kicks it. He's 5 from 5 today, but they've all pretty much been straight out in front. Come on, kick it. Kick it, please. I want to see a game go golden point. I wasn't expecting this to be close as Aiden. Yeah, I think a lot of us were kind of expecting the Crusaders to maybe dominate a wee bit. Come on, man. Kick it, for God's sake. He's got it. Far out. This game's just got a whole lot more interesting.
Lamapi.
Yeah, what's an offload? Oh, Moore's there.
This is usually when the Crusaders sit back and up.
Yeah, the Canes cannot afford to concede points straight after. What's a kick, man? That's the beauty of a conversion after a great try. Yeah.
Penalty.
But they have conceded a penalty. It's just a bit too far out for Moonga to take a shot. So the Hurricanes are going to be defending in their own half.
I think Aveli's a long
Yeah, it's true.
shot kicker, isn't he?
Even he might struggle from 55
Yeah.
at the cake tin as well.
Damien McKenzie took a big one yesterday. Just missed.
What's the time now? 65 minutes and 45 seconds. That's 25 all. Still all to play for. The crowd, not that it's a huge one, are getting pretty good value for money. And isn't it funny how during the regular Super Rugby season, they never release the crowd numbers. But then suddenly when the crowd numbers are good, oh, it's pretty easy to provide that information, isn't it? Bloody terrible. I think Proctor would have liked to mark that, but he couldn't get it on the full. Who has scored so far? They're on the whiteboard, if you can read it. Do you think the Crusaders are unfair on teams? How do you mean? By being so good? Oh, what a crucial intercept there. Oh my lord, even the cameraman was half tricked by that one.
Back him up, back him up, back him up. Back him up.
Kane's 18 comes on with a powdered wig style hairstyle. Yeah, it's not the best. Van Wyk is... Oh, he's
Oh,
just...
no. Oh, yeah, this is what I thought was going to happen. They made a crucial mistake.
He should have just gone into touch there. They need to check it, but Van Wyk may have just gifted the Crusaders a try. He was trying to get out of jail in his own, just in front of his own goal line. He was getting pushed into touch, so he threw it back in, but he threw it to a Crusader. Oh, Drummond. That's tough, bro. That's brutal.
They always do this.
But that's a gift, man. At least make them work for it. At least make them win the line out and then set a maul or something. Don't just give it to them like that. Far out. Brutal. They only just got level and they gave them that. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. And he's kicked it. Wow. What a kick.
Damn.
Wow. Two South African wingers in the Canes. Yeah. Funny how the guy's name is Duplessis, Karifi, and he's the one who's not South African. He's also not a winger. Why are you playing frantic on your own try line? Just be sensible. That pass was never going to work. Exactly. Just take it in the touch. At least they have to do something right to get the points rather than... Wow, penalties conceded is now 14-12. Half time, it was 10-4. Man, the Canes have been under the cosh in that regard. It's about 9 minutes to go. The Hurricanes have never been... They've been behind most of this game, but they've never been kind of dead and buried, so we'll see. We will see. Do they broadcast rugby on the radio in New Zealand? Yes, on 1ZB.
Oh, he dropped it.
So that's like number one, the letter Z or Z, and then the letter B. They usually put it on. I'm not sure if it's available online. Usually when I go to the game, I put the game on in my ear. But that's on the actual radio rather than on the...
Good kick by Drummond. We are blessed with halfbacks in this country at the moment.
Do you think there's time for a comeback? For sure. At least to get even. There's still 9 minutes to go. Heaps can happen, but they're not doing themselves any favours. Oh, Mo'onga's just passed it to Arsenal by the look of it.
Don't do anything stupid.
Yeah, don't do anything stupid again, eh?
Back him up, back him up, back him up. Come on.
Ticket in Canada just said 3 NCAA football teams have multiple COVID cases. Oh, man. Not good. Not good. Is the junior hockey also off in Canada, like the OHL and stuff? I would imagine it is, right? Hello from South Africa. How's it going, man? There's still 7.5 minutes to go. And the Canes are 7 points behind.
Oh, no.
Here's trouble. Van Wyk didn't make the mistake this time. He put boot to ball, but... Hurricanes need Brian Habana. Lots of teams would like Brian Habana, especially if it was a youthful version.
I love Brian Habana.
Yeah, no hockey at the moment. Junior hockey cancelled in March. Next season to be determined. Wow, okay. That's going to be a crazy thing for the draft then, isn't it? I don't know. Yeah, see? The Crusaders didn't get their own lineup, man. That's even more brutal compared to when you see what happened last time. Not out. Crusaders have another chance. Six minutes to go.
Come on, Hurricanes.
There's this Van Wyck's first appearance for the Canes. Nah, he scored like a hat-trick or at least a few tries for them.
Yeah, he got a hat-trick.
Pretty early on. He had a pretty barnstorming start to the season. But this game has not been his finest work. Although as a sub, so... Oh, here's trouble. They're about 8 meters away.
Oh.
That's game.
Oh, man, they make it look easy.
That's game.
Havili.
Yep.
Oh, victory. Gee. What happened there? Just ran through them.
Wow.
Oh.
That's it.
It's it makes me feel they're rusty, but look what they've done. I mean, they just something in the DNA down there in Christchurch Park.
Yep.
Impressive.
It is. He kicked that. What's going on? What's he waiting for? Are they waiting for something?
I just put a couple of reserves on.
No one even touched Havili. Indeed, man.
Poor Hurricanes.
Havili's, yeah, in a black jersey. He seems to be one guy who's pretty kind of hard done by in that regard.
It's good utility.
Yep. It's looking pretty uncomfortable for the Canes at the moment. Much focus has been put on the policing of the breakdown, but why do you think the lineouts have been so poor? The lineouts have been shocking, man. I think the Highlanders had 100%. But yeah, none of the other teams have been all that flash. I'm not sure. Maybe it's just a bit of rust. Yes, you can listen to ZB Sport in Australia. That's good news because I know ZB sometimes have got like their two shows going at the same time. ZB Talkback and ZB Sport. You don't want to be listening to the ZB Talkback. That's pretty bad.
Come on, Hurricanes, get a try. Come on.
Sailor's too good today, says Sam. Sailor's just too good here, says Ribsy. You guys are correct. Hurricanes did so well to keep up for so long, but it's not going to be enough.
5 tries to 1 goal.
Scary that all those try scorers on the board, the Crusaders could be together for another 5 years. That's true. I think is Havili the oldest one. There's a few guys around 25, but yeah, if they all go till they're 30, at least the next World Cup.
Gee, Sam White looks made a difference to this team. Look at the Hurricanes coaches.
Yeah. Jason Holland looks pretty resigned to 2 defeats in 2 weeks. Bloody Crusaders just keep on winning even though they're a week behind. 100%, man.
They're going to get better.
Who are they playing next? I haven't checked next week's fixtures. I know we're playing...
The Blues are playing the Highlanders.
We've got
I
the
think they might be
Highlanders.
playing the Chiefs. I'm not quite certain.
Yeah, that would make sense. They'd have to be, because the Canes will be on the bye. And it'll be down at Christchurch too, eh?
Looks like it, yeah. It'll be home. What can you do?
The end of this game has not been kind to the Canes. I do feel sorry for them not getting a losing bonus point because they just kept trying to keep up and they were just able to keep up and they finally got level. And then, nah.
Bang.
Bang, bang. Done. That's a killer, man, honestly. Please stream Blues v Crusaders if it's in Christchurch. Yeah, I ain't going to go down for that one, so for sure. What are you drinking? You've just woken up. I've almost finished the bottle of export. I started off with coffee because I was pretty knackered after driving most of the day. But if you've just woken up, regular service has resumed with the Crusaders coming out on fire. They could even crack 40 points here if they score again. There's only 30 seconds to go in this one. The crowd has been super dead in this game. There's just not enough of them there, bro. And I guess they never got in front. No. Then that's it. Bonus point win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tries to 1. Only 25-39, but damn. The Crusaders, people. The Crusaders. Never doubt that they will show up. Because they are bloody good. It's going to take a special effort for anybody to beat them. I know my Blues have looked pretty good, but I'm not sure they looked as good as these Crusaders. We will see.
I feel the same as you.
We will see. Chiefs v Crusaders, I think. Going to get my Chiefs are going to get pumped. Oh, man. The Chiefs will be none from 3 if they lose that next one. And that's a massive one to get your first win if it's the Crusaders. Bloody hell. Anyway. Tough day at the office in Wellington. Yeah, definitely a tough day at the office for the Hurricanes. Like I said, they did well for like 65 minutes to keep in touch. And then the Crusaders just had the legs to take it away from them at the end. So, yeah. Crusaders just too good at the answers for Noti. Yes. I reckon we can beat or at least put up a fight against the Crusaders, says Charlie. I hope so, brother. I hope so. But yeah. I may just be better, but I have a theory that the Crusaders' dominance has contributed in part to the declining crowds in Super Rugby. Who wants to see their team just get smashed? Might be right, man, but there's other leagues around the world where there's dominant teams. Like the Bundesliga is usually won by Munich, aren't they? Anyway. Alright, fellas. I might go have some dinner first and then do a review of this game in a bit. There's no rush to review this one, hey, because the Crusaders won. Like, surprise, surprise. But, yeah, cheers, guys, for coming along.
See you guys.
Me and the old boy have enjoyed it.
Got a special project coming up for you soon.
Yeah, he's going to be on with a video at some point. Hopefully next week. But, yeah, cheers, guys. Take care. And, yeah, I'll see you guys all for the next one. See you.
Got me notes.